Welcome to the 2023 100 Draft powered by Sage. We're going to take you behind the scenes at Sky Studios.
This is an absolute dream for me. Screens, buttons, there's cameras, lights everywhere. It's crazy. It's really exciting to see everything that goes behind the scenes into making the production of the draft. Loads of coordination, not just to get the pictures right, but also who's getting picked for the draft. It's crazy.
Cool, NASA, I'd love to know one women's pick and one men's pick. Let's say you're a head coach in 100. Who are you choosing?
Heaven forbid, a head coach. Women's, I think one of the Indian. There's a lot of the Indian contingent coming over. Jemima Rodriguez, Harmanpreet Kaur. I'd go Harmanpreet Kaur with her experience, captaincy. She hits a long ball. So I'd go Harmanpreet in the women's game.
And in the men's game?
In the men's game, I would go Shaheen Shah Afridi with bat, with ball. Again, a captain who's just won the PSL, the experience, box office cricketer, so I'd go Shaheen Shah Afridi.
Funny. Then just quickly, how excited are you for today's draft?
I am excited. I have to explain on Sky Sports News how the draft works, so that took me about 3.5 hours. So we've got about 4,000 bits of paper over there with Ian Ward. We're just about to go on air. Fingers crossed it goes well. It's a really important day, actually. We have a laugh and we have a bit of a joke about it, but if you look back, people who have had a good draft end up having good tournaments. So it is a very, very important part of the tournament, and the coaches getting their selections right.
Am I right to think you've been involved in the 100 since the very start? How excited have you been about the progress of the 100, particularly the women's competition?
Yeah, I mean, I have been involved from the beginning. We were here at Sky Studios in 2019 for the first ever the 100 draft. So yeah, it's exciting to see how it has evolved over that time. You mentioned the women's game. Obviously, the growth of that has been phenomenal. I think the 100's got gender parity at its core, which is something that's incredibly important, isn't it? And yeah, we've got a lot of the men and women players with us here today. So yeah, I'm sure they're going to be firmly focused on who their fellow teammates will be this year, and yeah, I think we can look forward to a really action-packed summer ahead.
David, leading run scorer in last year's competition. Tell us a bit about what the competition is like to play in, and also what it's like to be involved in a draft like today.
Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. It's shorter for one, which helps. It means you don't have to field as much, which is great, and it means you have to be quite attacking early on. It's a fantastic tournament. We play on great wickets, and it's exciting to play.
As a coach, I suppose, what do you think they're looking at in terms of insights, data? What makes a good pick, do you think, in the 100 draft?
Yeah, I guess it depends what position you're trying to fill. If you're looking for an opening batter, you probably want someone who can be as explosive as possible. If you're looking for a middle order batter, you're looking for someone who can clear the ropes as often as possible. And the same with the bowlers. You want people to be able to attack with a new ball, because if you take wickets in this format, you put teams under pressure and then be able to bowl well to death. So there's quite a lot of stats that you want to have a look at here and there. It creates a lot of, I guess, questions and a lot of discussions around players about which players will fit into the squad the best, because I think being able to retain 10 players makes it a lot harder to pick a squad and to pick that final 2, 3, 4 players that you need. So it does make it challenging, but I guess that's exciting as well, and it creates good discussions.
Now, one of the things that's really cool about this draft is there are a few players here, and it's been amazing to see their reactions to their new teammates joining their 100 teams. Also amazing to be here at Sky Studios. The production level of the 100 draft is just on another level. We're trying to emulate it with microphones and nice cameras. I hope you guys are enjoying the vlog.
In general, for the tournament, how excited are you to get back on the pitch with the teammates in the 100?
Really excited. The 100 is such a good competition, especially for women. So yeah, super excited to get back out there in August and get going.
Is there anyone that you're specifically excited to play with?
I'm excited to play with Sophie Luff. We played together for a very long time, and she does some really good baking, so hopefully she can bring that to London.
Tell me a bit about your squad so far. Who are you most excited to play with?
Well, we managed to keep a couple that we had last year. Obviously, Alice Davidson-Richards and Heather Graham, who were massive for us throughout the whole tournament. And then a couple of new additions, Georgia Wareham, really exciting leggy, had a lot of success with Australia. So, yeah, really excited to see her in our team, and yeah, should be really good.
Right, the women's draft is now complete. So all the teams now have 8 players. So they've only got 7 spots remaining, which they now do in like an open market stage. So the first 8 picks, really interesting. Some key names in there. Sophia Dunkley, no surprise there, had a great summer last year. Laura Wolvar, last year's top run scorer, again, no surprise. And then, as NASA predicted, Harmanpreet Kaur being picked up by Trent Rockets. So a great start to this draft. Now we're on to the men's competition. Let's see who gets picked up.
Saki, we're here at the 2023 100 draft, but firstly I wanted to ask you how good it feels to be back in action.
Yeah, amazing. Obviously 10 long months out of the game, but to be back fit and playing again, I'm really happy with that.
Awesome. Massive summer ahead, including the 100. How excited are you for this year's competition, and also what's your reaction to the draft so far?
Yeah, look, there's so much cricket obviously this year, World Cup and Ashes and the 100 as well obviously, so there's a lot to look forward to, and I think days like today will just get you sort of mentally ready for the 100. You'll know who your teammates are, so the men's draft is just about to happen, so I'm really looking forward to who I'll be sharing the dressing room with this summer.
Daggers, take a breath. Oh, that was intense.
It was. It really was. I mean, great fun. And that's the whole point of a draft like this. Is it's supposed to be fast and furious, very little time to think. I mean, yes for us, but imagine you're the ones picking the sides. I mean, you've got 100 seconds and maybe 2 other teams have picked the player that you had your heart set on. So all of the plans and the preparation that you had has just completely gone out the window. Months and months of work probably gone out the window, and you've got to be really on the ball in effort to try and build a side that is not only going to be competitive but can win the whole thing. And so it's breathless stuff. However, great fun. Really, really good fun.
So that's the men's 100 draft powered by Sage complete. We're going to react to the first picks from each team with Dawid Malan. First pick for Welsh Fire, Tom Abel. What's your reaction to that?
Yeah, it makes sense. The Welsh Fire have obviously lost a lot of players, and they were looking for a leader. They obviously identified Tom. I don't know if he's going to be captain, but that's from the thinking that he would be the man to lead them.
Cool. London Spirit have gone for Mitchell Marsh.
Another fantastic player. His record over the last couple of years as an all-rounder has been unbelievable. So I think that strengthens their team a hell of a lot.
Cool. And Laurie Evans is back, Manchester Originals. What's your reaction to that?
Yeah, great to see him back. It's obviously a tough time when players go through things like that. So to see the Manchester Originals putting faith in him, he did really well for them last year. So to re-pick him and when everything was so far has been done with him, it's good to see.
Reece Topley has switched allegiances. He's with the Northern Superchargers. What do you make him as a player? Obviously a bit of England experience recently.
Yeah, he's done fantastically well. Anyone that can bowl new ball and death is a great signing. I think after losing David Willey, I think he will probably fill that role that he has with the new ball and at the death.
Cool. Ben Duckett has gone from Welsh Fire to Birmingham Phoenix.
Yeah, same, and I guess a bit like the Trent Rockets with Tom Kohler-Cadmore, which I'm sure we'll get to the next one. Might as well do it all in one. But both teams needed wicket keepers, and those 2 guys were available. So it makes total sense to have a guy that can keep and bat in your top 4, top 5. To be able to do 2 things is massive for the balance of your team. So both of them very good picks to be able to balance teams out.
Talking of destructive batters, Tim David.
Yeah, brilliant. What a signing. I think he's probably one of those players that everyone wants. He's able to win games and finish games, which in the shorter format is key.
Cool. And then the final one, Henrik Klassen signing for Oval Invincibles, their first pick.
Yeah, he's been in unbelievable form recently. He played exceptionally well against England recently in the ODI series and had a fantastic 100 against the West Indies a few days ago. So to pick a guy in form, same thing, can do 2 things. He can keep as well. So it adds balance to their team.
Right, that is a wrap on the women's and men's draft for the 100 2023, powered by Sage. An amazing day, pretty intense. I've got so much more respect for all the pundits and analysts and head coaches who have to present all of this content in real time and make really important decisions about their teams. So again, massive thanks to Sage. Really cool day. Hope you guys enjoyed the vlog.